Okay, I'm gonna do a video making a knife blade from start to finish, pressure flaking all that out of a spall of dacite. It's really not dacite, but that's what, I don't know, I call it black butter or whatever. They'll argue over it, and I know it's not real dacite. But anyway, we're gonna make a video on making the blade from start to finish using this stuff. And show you how I do the pressure flaking. I very rarely do a pressure flaking video. I don't know, in fact I probably got one, and I ought to be doing a lot of them, but I'm going to show you how to do different styles of pressure flaking. And for real, I used to run pressure flakes an awful long way when I was in my 30s and 40s and 50s, but now I'm up in my mid-70s. It's just, the umpire's gone. There's no umpire. All of the ump done gone away. Alright, I'm going to start showing you what I'm doing here. Maybe it'll help you get a better idea. I'm hitting down this way, and what I'm doing, I'm making me a platform to turn it over. And I'm gonna find my biggest grinding rock. There it is. And it made me a nice platform right there to strike over. Come up here and do the same thing. Turn it over. Okay, this side's getting pretty good. And this is still the side that had some of that outer edge of cortex on it. And try to run a ridge. Got a ridge running right here. So this is real sharp here. I'm gonna lose a lot of this because it's too narrow and too sharp. It's curved, and I won't be able to straighten it out where the curve is, so I might as well remove it. So right now I'm gonna try to run a flake down through this way. Come over here, run one off to the side. All right, I got two flakes right there. Now I'm gonna try to take this point and hit down on it and make me a platform to run back up the other way. And when I meant the other way, I'm talking about going this way. Kinda like to meet the one I just knocked off, which I did. Alright, now if we look at this thing and you're looking at it sideways, it's a big, what I call turtle hump, like a turtle shell. So I'm gonna hit down this way. I'm gonna start on the point end, trying to remove it. And I'm gonna work on an angle. I'm gonna start working this way is what I'm talking about, an angle. Alright. This is real nice here. I knocked all of this out. So I'm gonna come on an angle this way. I'm gonna hit like this and run it up it. And by doing that, I was able to move more material. If I'd hit it straight across, it was low area and it wouldn't move that much material. I'm just straightening the edges up now is all I'm doing. So now I'm gonna come this way. Same case scenario here. Come up this way. Now what I wanna do is try to run it right up through here. I got a wide, real wide platform. I'm gonna hit right in the center of it. Get a good bite. Gonna run a good piece up. This stuff's kind of brittle. And if you want to move a lot of mass, you need a real wide, thick platform where you hit up on it about 1/8 of an inch or more. Same case here, I'm going to try to come across now. But look at my platform, how thick it is. There we went. I just drove a piece of my finger right there, so I'll be bleeding a little bit. Y'all forgive the blood. Your flint knapper don't not bother you. I have to put a band-aid on it because I'm on blood thinner. But it did cut where a thick callus is at, so I don't think it's going to bleed much. I might be wrong. Now what I'm doing, I'm just turning this over looking. This side's still high right in here. I got almost a natural platform right there. I'm just shaping it up a little better to run one this way. And grind it. Run 3 of them there. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna come down here and run one. Making me a nice platform. Grind it. Run 2 or 3 here. There's one. Didn't break off. There it goes. 2. Ooh, that can come off real good. And there's 3. I'm gonna come back up here on this again. When I run the 3 on up here at the top, I'm gonna go across again, try to meet this low area right in here, so I'm gonna come this way. I'm gonna meet that low area. There we go. Worked out pretty good. Now I'm ready to work this other side again. I'm just tapping down, trying to make a platform. I got me a platform. It's pretty good. Pretty doggone good. This is high here, so got a couple little ridges right through here, and I'm gonna hit down and create a platform on them and do some heavy grinding. Probably gonna swap billets here in a minute. There we go. Got most of that out real quick. Grind here, and I'm gonna swap billets more than likely after this. I'm ready to go to my hollow copper bopper. Go up here and get one that's about 1 inch in diameter, and see how we finish this thing. My point stick, I'm gonna take down right here to thin it. I'm gonna thin it by running a flake up the center like I'd be fluting a point, like that. That did real good. Now come this way. I'm gonna make a knife blade out of this. What I think I'm gonna do is curve it this way. I'm gonna take my flakes off right here. I'm hitting down on it with this hollow bopper and making me a good platform. And now I'm gonna run my flakes down like this. I'm just knocking little pieces off, give me some little high air. I'm not even gonna grind on too much. Like this right here, I'm not grinding at all. I'm just trying to set up some stuff. Break some pretty good sized pieces out. I don't want to get this too narrow because I'm gonna pressure flake it. And there's no flake over grinding. This is a spall. I'm gonna try to run a pretty pattern white flake over grinding from just a stall that we've worked down with percussion. We want to leave it as wide as possible so we make a bunch of passes when we pressure flake it. Try to straighten all the high and low areas out. Okay, so come right across here this way and knock a chunk out right there I didn't want to knock out. Just hit a little high up on it, so I made it narrower than what I wanted. I just said I want to leave it as wide as possible, but because I'm going down through here and I wasn't too accurate and hit too far in, I lost it by probably a good quarter of an inch in my width over this thing. And that's gonna hurt in the long run. It's still real thick right here on the base end, so I'm going to try to run one all the way across. It didn't work. The crush, I guess I missed grinding my edge. I really wasn't looking. I just took it, rubbed the stone across it, but undoubtedly, wow, I didn't make it because I got a problem right there where it crushed. Always something. And this is getting aggravating quick. Okay. It's gonna curve this way, so I'm gonna go and kind of knock this in some here where it's gonna happen to my handle. See if I can go ahead and get this bad boy out of here without breaking this thing. Alright, but if I don't get it, I don't have to give up just about and try to go down this way. Woo, that got it. Thank goodness. Okay, we're done with that. I'm gonna take a brief pause here and get me some water. I'm not gonna cut my camera off. I'm just gonna walk over here and grab a bottle of water. Now we're gonna start pressure flaking. I'm gonna take just a solid rubber pad and my pressure flaker. I'm gonna look at the side that has the biggest turtle back on it, which is this one here. And I'm gonna come down it and make a continuous platform. I'm just running this, just rocking it down the edge, scraping that sharp edge off and making me a platform. Okay, I've turned this edge towards me. Got a good platform. Now, I don't like using the issue stick that much. I never have. Because I'm losing my strength. It's kind of helps to use more. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down through here. I'm going to hit all the high spots and skip the low spots. I'm going to start down there at the bottom. I'm going to get me a pad that has a notch in it. My plates could run out pretty good. And this is just regular pressure flaking. I'm not trying to do a pattern or anything. I'm just trying to get those high spots out. So I got those high spots out. Now I got one right here. Try to take it out. And when I try to take them out, let me see if I can find something. Here's something right here. I don't get on the top of the edge like this. I get over on top of it, but not in the middle of the edge. I get right where that chalk line's in is over with. That red chalk line right there. And come across. Like when I was percussion flaking, I told you I had a thick platform and I hit higher up on it. This is the reason I'm going to use this issue stick, because I want to move more mass. Alright, this is pretty good. Now I got a high air right in here, and like that. This is low and this is low. Just where those red lines are. That air right in there got a high air, so I'm gonna make me a good platform. Where I get a set the tip of my issue stick point pretty far back on the platform, so I move a lot of mass. Alright, I got it set back. The platform, I'm gonna come right up here, go across. Ooh, that looks good. Start working my way down through here. Okay, this side's pretty good. Little bad spot right in there, but that's fine. So look at over here. Now I'm gonna try to straighten this out. And this is why I wanted to leave this blade as wide as I can, because every time I go in to straighten it out, I'm losing about 1/4 of an inch of width. So I'm losing about 1/8 on each side, or maybe not quite that much, or maybe even a little more. So when you pressure flake it like this, I'm trying to get one flat. What I'm trying to do is make it look like it's been on a grinder. It's a smooth, flat surface, no high bumps in it, no speed bumps in the road. And to do that, you have to do a lot of pressure flaking. You lose a lot of width in your in the blade you work it over. This is high and this is high, and that's a little high right in there. We're going to start down on the point because it's a little high on it. When I'm saying high, I guess the word I should use is thick. Trying to move the thick humps out of it. starting to bend my copper there. Might have a little too much sticking out for the amount of pressure I'm applying. Don't like it when that bends on me. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this side. This is a spot I kept trying to take out percussion. I told you it was all out but right there. So I'm gonna come way on this side of this thing, come across and try to get that out. Got it out. Wish I was a good illustrator when it comes to drawing, like I could take a piece of paper and draw it out to what I'm trying to do where you could understand it better. Maybe this black on this copper will show you what I'm trying to do. This is your edge. We gotta pretend it's real narrow instead of square. And I don't want to get right on the edge like this. I want to get up here on top of it. So what I'm doing is I'm getting 1/8 of an inch up on top of it and coming across. And I'm moving a lot of mass by doing that. If I get right here, I'm going to take a little bit of mass off. I'm hoping maybe that'll make sense to you, help you understand what I'm doing. So here we are. We got some real high spots on this side, and I'm going to start down on this end, and I'm going to start up on top of it. Come straight down like that. That thing will really make a popping noise. You're building up so much pressure on top of it like that. When it releases, you're hitting this piece of wood or whatever, and you hear it snap. Now I got one right in here. Okay, it's gone. I got a little bit right here. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm gonna work on this spot here a little bit more. I'm gonna lose a little width right in here. Doing what I'm fixing to do. It's still thick. It's thicker than I want it to be. I'm going to start at the end of the base and work towards the point, angling my flakes and get them to run further across the thick area. That's about the end of it right there where it's thick. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. This makes sense to you. I'm going to start right here on the base. And I'm going to come this way and run into this area. This is where the flake went out. I'm going to color it red. Make a whole red area and know where the flake was at. Maybe that'll help you understand. It went on an angle this way and I'm coming this way. Maybe it's the last one to do it. Yeah, just about. That one did. Okay, now I'm gonna start doing my pattern on it. Have to stop and get a drink of water. Give the old man some breathing room. Alright, I'm gonna set me up a continuous platform. And I'm taking this point and I'm using from here out here to crush the edge. I'm rolling the whole thing down it. Like I'm putting this right here on the edge and I'm rolling it down. Rolling the tip down to it is what I'm trying to say. This should be my second pass, and I've already lost a lot of width on that first pass. You'll see when I get through here how narrow this blade's getting. I'm losing a lot of width. That looks pretty good. Maybe this one will do it. If I don't get it perfect, I'm probably gonna stop on this one because I don't like real narrow knife blades, and I like them about this wide or wider. But anyway, we're gonna do a pattern flaking on it. Okay, I want my flakes to run like this. I'm gonna run just like that. So how do you do that? You push that way. You got a big hole in your pad where to let them come off. I used to cut one on an angle on my pad, but I quit doing it. I got a big hole, I could still make it work. So I'm getting right here and I'm pushing this way. And the pattern's not gonna show up too good until you get about 4 or 5 plates going over it. Had a bad spot. Looked like volcano ash or something right there. It's gray. Stop that plate from running the way I want it. On an angle. That would do good. That one did good. That one did real good. That one did good. That one did good. That one didn't do too good. A little low area there, wouldn't let it run too far. When you got your preform, you grind it down on a diamond wheel. It's no lows and highs. So you put the same pressure to run the same flake every time. You don't have to worry about any lows and highs. Now, I don't know if you can see this pattern or not. I don't know if this will make it show up because it's dark on the, now that chalk's so soft it's dropping into it, but maybe you can see how it's ruddy. It's a real pretty pattern on there. Now I'm gonna come across and try to meet it. I see a bad spot. It's gonna mess me up, so it's a low area, and if I went to a diamond wheel, I could grind it out real quick and have a perfect pattern, but we're trying to do it without that. We're trying to do it percussion and pressure. baby right here because I don't have to run them too far. Start on the base and I'm going that way. That was a real important flake and it didn't work. Let's skip down one. There's that hole right there I was telling you about. If I grind it, I could get it out. So I'm gonna keep going this way and see if I can get it out. There we go. I hate pressure flaking. Used to love it. When I cut that finger off, when I pressed the hole, it hurt so bad where it cut through that leader or tendon, whatever you want to call it, on it. When they sewed it back, it went back all crooked, and when I put pressure on it, it was just a pain shoots through there. I really need that finger to help stabilize with. I didn't make a video of it, but I did take some pictures and put on Facebook when I cut it off. Alright, let's see if we can pick that pattern up. It's running this way. If you look, it's coming this way like this, if you're looking at it, I guess. Well, I'm seeing it like a mirror. I'm seeing it backwards. You're seeing it like I am. I reached down to pick up a piece of obsidian, a big old chunk, like this big, and it was on the ground, and I reached down like this to pick it up. And there was a piece stuck in the ground that was real wedge shaped like this, triangle shaped, razor sharp, and it was stuck in the ground right behind this piece a little ways and out from it. And when I reached down to pick it up, I kind of lost my balance and went forward, and this knuckle was bent, and it went right through the middle of that knuckle and cut all the way through the knuckle because it was bent, and cut everything there, and just a little bit of skin under here was holding it on. It just flopped down, and they pulled it up and put everything back together, but when they did, it left it crooked. But it's real painful. It's been like a year ago, and it's still real painful. Okay, now I'm gonna try to get the pattern on the other side. And we're gonna go down through here, and we're gonna lose a lot of width again. And that's one of the advantages of sawing a rock and grinding, is you don't have to run several rows of pressure plates to lose your width, because you got a perfect platform. You don't have to do no banging on it either, you just pressure flake it. That just takes the fun out of it to me. I got a cat and he don't want nothing but tuna fish. He don't like eating anything else. Bam, canned tuna fish. Somebody else's cat might not like it. They might want bologna or sardines. What makes the world go round? Everybody likes something different. I like the challenge of trying to get rid of these problem areas, figure out how to do it and make it look good. I would have never thought about it, never paid it any attention, but I'm kind of disappointed in this black butter or daysight, whatever you'll call it, in the lighting showing the pattern up. It don't show it up that good. I would have figured it showed up real good. I don't never pay no attention to whether it shows up or not when I'm making them, but for this video, once again I'm pushing that way and rolling my wrist, coming in with my legs, use the strength of my legs to snap it off. It turned out pretty good. Let's work on this one now. Tell you what, living out in the country is nice. I had almost 20 acres of land. I sold some of it. I think I got 8 left. But I wasn't using it because my neighbor wanted it. But I got grapes growing. That's what I call the bronze scuppernals or whatever. And then I got the purple colored one. And I learned how to prune them the year before last. And this is the first year I probably would have had 2 or 3 5-gallon buckets full. And it was just about right 2 weeks ago. I picked some and tested them. So maybe another 3 or 4 days it'd be ready to pick. And about 3 days later I go down there and don't have any grapes at all. Deer and squirrels find them things. When they got through with them, there's nothing left. So I did all that work pruning them. And everything, I didn't get nothing out of it. I got a fig tree I planted, and it had figs about the size of a golf ball for real. It's a hybrid. And for the last 4 years, it's been bearing so many figs, it's unreal. And I hadn't got 10 off of it. The squirrels start eating them when they're still green. The birds wait till they get ripe, and they pick a hole right in the middle of them. And I bought a net and put it over them, and I guess I didn't get one quite big enough because it didn't go all the way to the ground, and they'd go up under it, and then the birds would be trapped in it, pretty red birds and stuff, and wait, something just a gnat or something down my throat and windpipe. But anyway, I got like 10 figs that year. So this year, I pruned the fig tree back, and boy, every branch was just loaded with figs. And they started turning ripe. And got about 2 dozen probably, and the squirrels just got on them again. Those daggone squirrels will not even wait till you get ripe. They're eating them green. I'm watching them run off with them in their mouth green. So anyway, I don't know what to do. I guess I can have squirrel stew as times get hard, but I'm gonna try to put a plastic frame around it and put a bigger net around it next year. I don't know if this will help this pattern show up or not. I can't see in the light, but I think that's a pretty good pattern. If this piece was wider, I could have a perfect pattern. About 3 more paths down through there, it would be absolutely beautiful. All right, I'm gonna try to dry it now and see if the inside stays wet, maybe show up better. That's how you do it. I hope y'all enjoyed this and it helped out, and I apologize for not doing any on pressure flaking before than this.